Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The NASCAR Virtual Racing Championship invites you to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We got race 3 of the 2005 season. It is week 10 already, if you can believe it. We got a good one here for you. It's a mile and a half. We got 67 laps here today. We got Bobby Labonte down there on pole. That Joe Gibbs Racing 18 car looks fast. We got some more cheaters. I will have to go through that list, and two cars will be getting a black flag for the start of this race. We will also talk about the weekend recap. There's 10 cars or 10 drivers. We'll talk about the prospects and some silly season stuff. But yeah, should be a good one here. Joe Gibbs looks pretty quick. Tony Stewart ended up getting. He's going to start from the back, but yeah. Well, let's set it down track side and get some more stories. Alrighty, this is your weekly weekend recap. In the top left, I believe that's Shane Wallace winning at South Boston. The top right was the truck race a couple days ago. John Wood wins, goes three-peat in 2005. That's his third win of the season. The maximum points you can earn is 144, and he sits at 143. And then your bottom left, a couple DEI cars. Martin Truex Jr. ended up pitting, but it was Paul Menard staying out, rolled the dice, was able to get his first career Busch Series win here at Vegas. And then before the weekend, we held um, the top 10 prospects. This is the list. We got Martin Truex Jr. up top at 25 years old. Kyle Busch jumps 3 places. He's up to second. Leffler, Yaley, Mike Bliss is your top 5. I could easily, realistically see each of those 5 drivers getting a cup ride. It's just going to come down to, is there going to be room? Christian Fittipaldi's had a really good stretch to start the season. Same thing with Regan Smith. Paul Menard with his win, I'm sure he'll jump up the ranks. This was before his win. Brendan Gaughan driving for Roush in the number 9. And then, of course, another Roush winner, John Wood, going perfect so far. So, yeah, we will have to see how that shakes out and keep an eye on it throughout the season. I also kind of thinking about doing like a free agency tracker, kind of see what's going to happen because there's going to be a lot of different moving parts and a lot of stuff happening going into 2006. But like always, that is speculation, that is rumors, that is stuff down the line. What is right now is going to be this race here in Vegas. We'll just save this real quick. Actually, might leave and so we get a clean slate. But like I said, 67 laps. It is 70 and clear. 3 mile per hour wind gusts. That's not what I wanted. We got practice. Jeff Gordon up top board. Michael Waltrip, Kurt Busch, Mark Martin, Casey Kane, your top 5. See where your favorite driver may have practiced in practice 1. So we'll go through this here. Joe
Drivers
Nemechek.
to your cars.
There's the drivers to your cars call. Nemechek topping happy hour. Jeff Burton, Jimmy Johnson, Bobby Labonte. That car looks pretty quick. Matt Kenseth can be one to watch out for as well. He's starting 7th. Um, and then, of course, qualifying. You see these, what is it, 5 cars down here? I believe it's Jimmy Johnson and somebody else. I think it's Tony Stewart. Will have to serve a black flag. They had a major infraction. I believe Johnson had an aerodynamic infraction and Stewart had a chassis infraction. But yeah, 3 Hendrick, Joe Gibbs, and a Roush all got caught for cheating. Joe Nemechek down here is kind of surprising, but yeah, see where your favorite driver will be starting today. Hopefully, we can go through the starting lineup this week without getting interrupted. But yeah, let's send down trackside. We might do the starting lineup first, just so we can get out of the way. All right, we'll do the top 10, then we'll get the command to fire engines, and then we'll do the rest on the pace lap. About pole, row 1 inside, we got Bobby Labonte to his outside, Matt Kenseth. Row 2, we got Brian Vickers to his outside, will be Casey Atwood. Row 3, Kurt Busch to his outside, Ward Burton. Row 4, Mark Martin to his outside, rookie Coy Gibbs. Starting 10th today will be Casey Mears to his inside, Kevin Harvick. Dominated the Busch Series, we'll have to see what kind of speed he has. Let's get the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command to fire engines. See if everybody pulls away this time. We got Ryan Newman, Robbie Gordon back there, Elliott Sadler, Carl Edwards, Dale Jr., Travis Kvapil, Greg Biffle. There's Ricky Rudd, Jeremy Mayfield, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Green, Buckshot Jones. We'll scroll through the rest of it here. We got a couple Dodges back here, kind of surprising. Ricky Craven in the 07. And then we got all these cheaters back here. But yeah, see where your there's any paint schemes that stick out, there's quite a few colorful ones. As these cars are lining up to get on track. Who's in the 44 this week? Sorry for that spaz. Randy LaJoy's in the 44 this week. But, if I had to pick a winner, I'm going to say probably Matt Kenseth. But there's going to be a lot of fast guys. There's going to be a lot of moving around. Brian Vickers sitting there third. Last year's champion, Bobby Labonte's on pole. He's been qualifying well. We'll have to see. Pit stops are probably going to be a 2, maybe 3 stopper this race. Pace cars on pit road. And we are green from Vegas. And I wish there was a better way to do this. But we're going to go ahead and black flag the 48 in the 20 for failing post-practice tech. Is Matt Kenseth able to grab the lead at least momentarily? Down the backstretch off at 2. Hopefully Johnson and Stewart can get to pit road in an orderly fashion. We'll have to keep a look in the background. Tony Stewart's able to get down. Johnson stays out for now. And Matt Kenseth will lead the first lap. Brian Vickers trying to hold off third from Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch needs a good run. Heck, what the pressure and stress that is going to be on these Roush guys to try and maintain their ride going into 2006. Roush has 6 full-time cars this season, and NASCAR is basically forcing them to downsize to 4-car teams to try and help their spending. Well, that means 2 drivers are getting the boot. There's Johnson, served his penalty. Stewart already served his penalty. Johnson is serving his penalty. Stewart's going to lose about a lap and a half there. There goes Bobby Labonte trying to get a run here on Matt Kenseth. Kenseth just ran the fastest lap of the race. They just put Jimmy Johnson 1 lap down. There's some Penske guys there. Newman, there's Casey Atwood. Kevin Harvick's having a good, strong, open run to the open of this race. Mark Martin's all over his teammate for third. Kenseth again will post the fastest lap of the race. Mark Martin's close behind. He's looking to the inside of Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch is looking to defend. Vickers sitting 5th right now. See where your favorite driver may be sitting after the first couple laps here. Dale Jr. and Robbie Gordon battling side by side. Sterling Marlin's having a great season. Just recently got around Ricky Rudd. There's Kenny Wallace and Jeff Green. There's Jeff Gordon. We'll have to track his progress through the field like we did last week. Remember when he got caught cheating? Same thing with Jeff Burton. But Matt Kenseth is doing a great job just maintaining this lead. He has pulled out to about 4/10, maybe half a second lead over Bobby Labonte. We got Kurt Busch, Mark Martin, Vickers, and Harvick scrapping it out for third. Harvick's looking to the inside of Vickers for 5th. And I apologize if I'm talking quieter or softer. This is not my usual recording hours, so I'm just trying to keep my voice down for everybody else in the house. But hopefully it's not too quiet. Hopefully the engines don't drown out my voice, so it just sounds like muffle and whatever else. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. So it's about a 2-second gap from Kurt Busch up to Matt Kenseth. Yeah, Johnson's only lost 1 lap. Jeff Gordon's up to 24th already. Sadler's comfortably in the top 10. There's Casey Mears. He's having a good day. Coy Gibbs, that's rookie Coy Gibbs in the FedEx Freight Machine. Looking for an opportunity or a way around. Ward Burton in the 31 has done a great job at RCR here. Kind of lost his ride with Caterpillar and the Bill Davis 22 car. And he went job searching, found himself a spot here at RCR and running well. Not too many drivers can say that they, run 12th in the NASCAR Cup Series. There's rookie Carl Edwards, Greg Biffle, another couple Roush guys battling it out for those 2 Roush cars. As you see up there in the ticker, Bobby Labonte has closed down on Matt Kenseth. He's in the draft now. He was about a 10th quicker that last time by. See if he can work his way around, trying to get that bonus point for leading a lap. But Kenseth right there was able to hit the middle of the corner, and he's driven away. Johnson's trying to get around Harvick. That may have slowed Harvick down just enough so he can't get a top 10 did. Coy Gibbs scraped the wall there, getting into 3. What a move from Gibbs to the inside of Atwood, clearing himself in front of Mears. Does Mears think 3 wide? He does not. Tucks back in. Smart move. It's only lap 12. Casey Atwood, talk about Penske. Remember last week, they qualified really, really well. And just kind of unable. They don't really have the long run in the car. They just last week or really this week it looks like. So he's starting to drift back. He's outside the top 10, or battling with 10th right now for Mears. Looks like he's actually got Mears for that 10th spot. Robbie Gordon back there looking to the inside of Carl Edwards. We got Mark Martin right there hounding Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch gets tight. Mark's able to get some type of run right there. He's going to sail it off down into the corner. Vickers and Johnson battling. Johnson trying to get back his lap. Mark Martin's up to 3rd now. Vickers looking for 4th on Busch. Vickers looks strong right here in the early going. Imagine these cars can go about 20, 25 laps the latest. It's about 20, 40, 60. Bobby Labonte really falling off the pace here. 3/10 off from Kenseth. 2 more tenths that time. Lost half a second the last 2 laps. There goes Johnson's able to get around Kurt Busch, but that is not for position. Johnson is 1 lap down. Brian Vickers looking for 4th. Gets tight, has to lift. Here comes Kevin Harvick trying to carry any type of momentum. Try if he can get around Vickers. Looks to the outside. Unable to do anything there. Looking for maybe a run or something. Does he make a move here? Tucks in line. Newman Sadler running nose to tail. There's Coy Gibbs. Atwood sitting 10th over Mears. Carl Edwards, Ward Burton. Robbie Gordon, Travis Kvapil. These guys are fighting it out. Pretty. pretty aggressively, I'd have to say. As Kenseth has pulled over a second lead, or about a second lead over Bobby Labonte. Labonte closed a little bit that lap. Speaking of Labonte, Terry Labonte, um, still recovering. Not sure when the window is. Expect an announcement probably this week regarding Labonte, probably from Hendrick Motorsports and what their plans are. Not sure exactly, but still wishing Terry Labonte a speeding recovery after that Dual 1 crash in Daytona. Jeff Gordon's up to 19th now, looking for 18th on Marlin. There goes Coy Gibbs. Gets around Sadler, looking for 7th on Newman. Sadler sends it in there. Gibbs is looking up top. The outside line seems to be coming in pretty well. Kevin Harvick. As Johnson's gotten around Mark Martin now. Now Tony Stewart's starting to get into his own lap traffic. There's Jeff Burton, kind of a little off this week. Bill Elliott, kind of off this week too. Yeah, Evernham just kind of not really a lot of speed. Part-time Hendrick cars lacking a little speed as well. The DEI cars are kind of lacking speed as well. Anyways, look at these guys scrapping for 38th. There's Kenseth there. 1.2 seconds over Labonte. He's got over a backstretch of gap. But Mark Martin seems to be closing in on Labonte a little bit. Kurt Busch was 2/10 quicker than Mark. Vickers and Harvick closing in. There goes Coy Gibbs looking to the inside of Ryan Newman. Expect pit stops here in the next couple laps or so. Gibbs is looking for 7th, seems to be wrapping the bottom really well. Newman is looking to rebound after a horrible last week. Remember, he qualified on pole, but didn't even get to run a single lap. The engine blew up on pit road before the race even started. He's looking to rebound, sitting 8th right now. The fall off's about a second and a half, so if you pit early, it's about a second and a half worth. Which is about the gap from first to second. We can definitely get used to this 17 car being out front. He is so fast. Johnson's about 3/10 quicker. Vickers starting to reel Kurt Busch back in. These guys are just kind of flip-flopping lap times. No pit stops yet. Jeff Gordon's up to 17th now. 13 cars are within 10 seconds. Does Kenseth pit this time? Lap 24? He does not. Top 5 all stay out for now. Vickers is in the draft at the 97, and he is coming with a head of steam. Yeah, these guys have definitely gotten to the territory of making it on 2 stops. Jimmy Johnson starting to reel in Bobby Labonte, trying to get his lap back the hard way. See, maybe around lap 28 or so, I think, is when pit stops will happen. And it still should be about a 2-stopper. These guys could stretch at about lap 32, lap 33. Then I'd be thinking about 1 stop. But I don't know if they can make it that far. It looks like Mark Martin has left Kurt Busch in the dust. Trying to fend off a hungry Brian Vickers. Kenseth stays out. Top 5 all stay out for now. Whoever's that first one to pit road is going to get a massive advantage. No one pitting yet. It's a shame John Andretti had a great season going, sitting 37th. They've missed the mark this week. As Johnson has caught Bobby Labonte. And if you're Bobby, do you maybe let Jimmy Johnson go? Don't battle him so hard. Maybe he can help you catch Matt Kenseth. So obviously that 48 car is fast. Ooh, Bobby's kind of defending right there, which might slow them both down. Update on Gordon, he's up to 15th. AC out with 11th. 11 cars are within 10 seconds of your leader. Lap 29. Matt Kenseth staying out. Kurt Busch pulling away from Vickers a little bit. There goes Jimmy Johnson looking to the inside. No pit stops yet. We might be getting down to a 1-stop race here. It is Vegas. Do these guys roll the dice? Labonte holds off Johnson for now. Johnson still shade to the inside. Now he's going to the outside. Bobby Labonte's pitting. Can anybody stretch an extra 2 or 3 laps? Mark Martin's pitting. Kurt Busch is staying out. He wants a lap lead. Vickers, there's Harvick staying out. Coy Gibbs staying out. Newman stays out. And everybody else back here stays out. Kurt Busch will be your leader. Can he stretch it 1 more lap? This is right on the edge. Because if you hit a lap 30, I mean, I think the furthest you can maybe go is 61, maybe 62. Does Kurt Busch stay or does he come? Kurt Busch is coming. Kevin Harvick's pitting. Gibbs. Newman. These 3 are pitting. Jeff Gordon stays out. Jeff Gordon stays on the track. With rookie Travis Kvapil, Jeff Gordon's going to grab a bonus point. Robbie Gordon-Dale Jr., they stay out on the track. They're going to try and stretch it. They're going to have to stretch it maybe 1 more lap. I don't know. It's going to be close. Gordon's looking to the inside of Kvapil. Can they come into pit road side by side? Jeff Gordon's pitting. Rookie Travis Kvapil's going to stretch it. Mark Martin has jumped Bobby Labonte into track position. Travis Kvapil has not only led a lap and gave himself a bonus point, But I mean, if he stretches, if this race goes green to the end, he has a real shot of winning this race. But he's gonna have to get down without trouble. He's gonna have to let Bobby Labonte go. Ooh, what a tough spot for Bobby. He's gonna have to get to the outside. He does. We'll see how everything cycles now. Travis Quapple, now he pits. There's Matt Kenseth. He cycles to 5th now, but he will be your new leader. Jimmy Johnson still 1 lap down, followed by Mark Martin in 2nd, Labonte in 3rd, Vickers in 4th, Kurt Busch in 5th. Ooh, Harvick in 6th, Tony Stewart, he's also a lap down. Carl Edwards, what a cycle for Edwards. He must have really short pit. Same thing with Casey Kane. Ward Burton have invited themselves up into the top 10. There's Coy Gibbs, Ryan Newman. There's a Sadler, Gordon, cycled really well. Tony Stewart's now pulling down into the pit. Travis Quapple does service. So Quapple's going to be slow, but his strategy is he's done pitting. That's his strategy. We'll have to see if it pays off. Now, Matt Kenseth, he's just trying to run as fast as he can, pull away from his teammate Mark Martin, see if he can't bring it home. As we're about halfway through. See if Johnson can't get around Kenseth. Bobby Labonte's all over the back end of Mark Martin right here. Yeah, what an unbelievable cycle for these 3 drivers really right here. Edwards, Kane, and Ward Burton. Coy Gibbs and Ryan Newman, they're a little quicker. They pitted later, so they're trying to get around. I believe they got the faster car, the better setup today. And they got a little fresher tires. Gibbs extinguishes Ward Burton. He's chasing after the 5 and the 54. You guys are battling hard right here for 7th. Kane's got the spot. Edwards and Gibbs wants it. In the background, you see Jeff Gordon looking to the inside of Sadler. That's for 12th. Ward Burton's looking for the spot back around Gibbs. Does he make the move here? He kind of makes the move. He's still showing his nose. He's there. The Gibbs gives him room. Now Newman's looking to the outside of Burton. That's going to give the inside to Jeff Gordon. I think he has the car. Still think it's a little cheated up, but he lost all that track position. If this race went 100 laps, I think Gordon would win this race. But it's not. He's only got a lot amount of time. I mean, we're over halfway. I mean, he's got basically 13 seconds and a lot of cars to catch Kenseth. But we'll have to see here. Meanwhile, back out front, Johnson's closing on Kenseth. Mark Martin's pulled away just momentarily. Mayfield had a horrible cycle. He's back in 38th now. Lester and Sprague are battling out. There's Buckshot Jones in 35th. Kyle Petty's 34th. Andretti and Schrader battling it out. Michael Waltrip's off the pace. DEI as a whole and Evernham just kind of seem off the pace. There's Travis Quapple. He's got a handful, maybe not quite a handful more laps, but he's got fresher tires than these guys. There's Dale Jr. running 22nd. Jeff Burton's up to 20th finally. He's had a slow climb this whole race. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon is up to 10th, looking for 9th on Gibbs as we went through the field. This time by will be 27 laps to go. Bobby Labonte's closing back in on Mark Martin here. Jeff Gordon completes the pass on Coy Gibbs. Gibbs is going to tuck back in there, trying to get a run off the corner, but I think that 24 car is a little too strong. Meanwhile, back here, Sadler, Burton, and Biffle are all battling it out for P12. Jeff Gordon's looking to the inside of Carl Edwards. Edwards is able to defend, but see, he gets tight. The car kind of wanders up the track. Back here, Sadler's to the inside of Biffle. Biffle's to the outside. Nothing prevailing there. Here comes Gordon with the big run here on Edwards. Nothing doing there. Gordon's looking to the inside. A really strong run there. I think Carl Edwards' car is beginning to fall off. He's losing the touch of the 5. Now there's a battle between the 12 and the 11 in the background. Newman sails it off into 3, goes way up the track. Burton's trying to defend off Sadler. These guys are side by side. Newman is able to pass Gibbs, and he's pretty much clear. Casey Atwood has now joined the battle, trying to get around Greg Biffle for 14th, and kind of does. We'll have to see how Biffle defends it. Johnson just can't seem to catch or pass Matt Kenseth. These guys are running fairly identical lap times. Jeff Gordon's about 13 seconds off the lead, 13.2, hangs a left, dives it to the inside. I think 8th place is now Jeff Gordon's here. Can he complete the pass? They're going to be side by side down the back. Newman's beginning to pull away from Coy Gibbs. We'll have to see, can that 24 car hook up on the bottom? He's clear, and he's got Carl Edwards. Let's look at this scrap right here. Biffle, Sadler, Atwood. Biffle gets 13th on Sadler. Atwood's going for 14th on Sadler. Marlin right there. Chip Ganassi's pretty much all right here. Marlin, a couple spots back is Mears. A couple more spots back is McMurray. Kind of go through the field here. Bobby Labonte has caught Mark Martin once again. Next time by will be just 20 laps to go. Yeah, Jeff Gordon, that last time by, did take 2 chunks out of the lead. It was 13 and 13.2, back down to 13 seconds. 5 cars are within 10 seconds of Matt Kenseth. 17 cars just fast. See what happens here with Gordon with 20 to go. Takes 2 tenths out. Yeah, 2 tenths over 20 laps is only 4 seconds. So he's probably gonna need more. Well, he's gonna need more. Most likely a yellow, but as Casey Kane has caught Kevin Harvick here, Kevin Harvick has lost the balance of that 29 car, starting to slip back to the 5. Don't look now, but Jeff Gordon's right there, kind of lurking. We're getting a report. Matt Kenseth is smoking down the backstretch. Matt Kenseth is blowing up from the lead. Are you kidding me? Kenseth pulls into the pit. Johnson will get his lap back, and the yellow is out. Caution flag is out. Mark Martin will pick up the field at the line. Matt Kenseth is smoking going down pit road. There's oil all over the track down the backstretch. Kevin Harvick now get promoted to the top 5, hangs on against the 5 and the 24. We'll have to see where Travis Quapple cycled. We'll have to see how that strategy played out. Was 23rd. That strategy's down the drain. And Mark Martin will be your new leader. Tony Stewart will get the lucky dog. And this will most likely be the money stop here. Who's going to get on and off pit road the best and the most efficient? You've already got cars on pit road here. Pit road did open. There's Steve Park getting out of the way, out and out of there. Hopefully there's no contact. Cars coming in, cars coming out. Kurt Busch swerving to try and get around Kyle Petty. That will probably going to cause some issues. They figure it out. Carl Edwards was closing in there on Kevin Harvick. Mark Martin pulls it into the pit. Let's see who's first on and off pit road. Man, I can't believe Matt Kenseth blew up from the lead. Are you kidding me? Kind of a slower stop for Bobby Labonte. Did Jeff Gordon take 2 tires only? Matt Kenseth towed back to the garage. You hate to see that. Jeff Burton up in there somewhere? Oh my gosh. Let's go see if they took 2 tires or not. And they were the first ones down here. Yeah, they only took 2 tires for the 24. And I believe it was the 99 as well. Casey Kane changed all 4. Jeff Burton changed just 2. Well, we'll have to see. Will we re-rack them here? Coming to 27 to go this time by. Or no, 17 to go. But we'll see when we go back green here. Alrighty, we are back here. Travis Quapple will be your new leader. Randy LaJoy running second. Everybody gets waved around, and Jeff Gordon will be leading this first group, but he's third. Mark Martin there, Casey Kane, Jeff Burton, Bobby Labonte, Brian Vickers, Kurt Busch. Robbie Gordon will be your top 10. Gonna be a little interesting. Can Travis Quapple stretch it? Can Randy LaJoy stretch it? They're nearly 40 seconds ahead of the leader. But see where your favorite driver may have cycled to around this cycle. I think Coy Gibbs or Ryan Newman struggled big time. Like we had talked about. The 24 on 2 tires. The 99 on 2 tires. The 6 and the 5 on 4. The 18 on 4. Should be interesting here. We'll have to keep an eye out. Can the 33 or the 44 stretch it? But yeah, Jeff Gordon, I believe, is in control. I believe how the rules work. But and the drivers slam the throttle. We are back green from Vegas. Jeff Gordon there on those 2 tires kind of struggled a bit. Mark Martin tried to look for a way around. Mark Martin, Casey Kane being aggressive. They're 3 wide back here. There's Casey Kane, Mark Martin. They're battling for third. Mark Martin's going to grab the lead. Casey Kane's up into second. Mark Martin's pulling away. Well, second, but you know what I mean. Bobby Gordon goes way high. We'll see how our leaders are doing. And they're pitting. Oh my gosh, they stayed out just a pit. So the new leader will be Mark Martin. Second will be Bobby Labonte. Casey Kane in third. Jeff Gordon starting to fall. Kurt Busch running fourth. Vickers running fifth. Casey Kane's holding himself off fairly well. This time by will be 12 laps to go. They're getting their service done, because this will be your new leader, Mark Martin. It's a shame for those guys. Kind of hoping they would make it to the end, but Roush will take over the top 2 spots. Joe Gibbs and 2 Hendrick. 3 Hendrick, actually, then an RCR. And 3 more Roush. There goes Harvick, throws it to the inside. Casey Kane's struggling there in the 5. Can Kurt Busch chase down Mark Martin? That'll be really, really important there. Especially trying to put, a bid in, at least for the Roush ride, but just an audition in general. Kevin Harvick's trying to get a top 5 here, trying to take it away from Casey Kane. Kurt Busch is running his fastest lap of the race, 7th fastest. Next time by will be 11 laps to go. Kurt Busch, he is closing on Mark Martin here. As Kurt Busch just ran the fastest lap of the race. As he's going to close in on the 6. We'll have to see here. Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton kind of hanging on to their track position back here. And again, really quick, Tony Stewart running 38th. He's finally on the lead lap. It only took about 50 laps. Now he's going to have to work his way through the field. Not worth cheating. Jimmy Johnson's getting 31st here. Again, I would say that's probably not worth cheating. This is an absolute logjam here between the 84 and the 2. As Vickers and Kane are duking it out here. Mark Martin has put some distance between him and Busch. Did Busch give it all right there? Is his tires done? Does Bobby Labonte have anything else in the tank? He's been second to third the whole race. Sterling Marlin's on pit road with an issue. He's saying it feels like it's out of fuel. Probably some type of mechanical failure there. Kurt Busch, Bobby Labonte side by side. Vickers hanging out in the wake, trying to figure out a way to get around both of them. This time by will be 8 laps to go. Kurt Busch holds off Labonte for now. Biffle's rebounded up to 7th. Jeff Burton has fallen outside the top 10. Good run for Nemechek right there, but these guys are going to continue to battle Vickers and Bobby Labonte. Casey Kane is right there. Vickers is going to throw it up the inside, but here comes Kurt Busch. He's mounting a charge, coming to 7 laps to go. Vickers has 3rd for now. Casey Kane's going to be looking to the inside of Labonte now. He's kind of there. They're going to be side by side up off the corner. And Mark Martin right here is definitely in the preferred spot. I don't know if Kurt Busch has the car, if he can get around Mark Martin there. Vickers is fast. I just don't know if he has enough time. There goes Kevin Harvick's going to make it 3 wide for 4th. And Greg Biffle right here, he can capitalize on a few points here. Bobby Labonte is falling like a rock. That's for sure. As Kevin Harvick's looking for the 2-for-1 deal, Biffle got super tight, nearly took out Labonte. Vickers is closing there on Busch. Does he make a move? He dives to the inside of Kurt Busch. Can Kurt Busch defend? Casey Kane, Harvick, Labonte are battling like crazy. Vickers and Busch side by side. This time by 5 to go. As now here comes Biffle with the huge run. Does he pull the Harvick move on Harvick? Tucks in line for now. Labonte was running 30s, back to 6th, almost 7th now. As Vickers 2/10 quicker passing Kurt Busch that last time by. We'll have to see what he can do now that he's by himself. Not passing somebody side by side. Harvick, Labonte side by side still. Greg Biffle's going to have a good run. Mark Martin shaped up, ran a 3. Biffle can't find a way around. Sterling Marlin got back out there on track. A fuel line came disconnected, or there was a leak or something. Came down, got it fixed. Lost 1 lap, working on 2. This time by will be 3 laps to go. Vickers was about a 10th quicker than Mark Martin that time by. He's got a really big run in a 1. Can't do anything with it. Is now Carl Edwards has now caught this group. Biffle's gotten around Bobby Labonte. I thought there was another car involved in this. Maybe not. As Jeff Gordon's really holding up this group here. Bobby Labonte, Greg Biffle, Carl Edwards has caught. Mark Martin's pitting. What? Mark Martin did not get the car full of fuel, which will give the lead to Brian Vickers. Are you kidding me? Last week, Mark Martin benefited from the car, from everybody else not getting it full of fuel. Now this week, he does not have the car full of fuel. Mayfield's in pit road. Johnson, these are valuable, valuable championship points. Tony Stewart had a pit. Anybody else his lap? Kurt Busch, he's out of fuel. Casey Kane's going to rebound to 2nd. Harvick possibly 3rd. And the lead will go to Brian Vickers. Does he have enough fuel? Brian Vickers just has to navigate 2 more corners. Does he have enough gas, though? Does Casey Kane have enough gas? Through 3 and 4, one final time. Does he accelerate? The team got the car full enough fuel. Brian Vickers is going to win in Nevada. That's pretty spectacular. That Kurt Busch and Mark Martin unable to get the cars full of fuel. Jimmy Johnson and others. Man, not what they were looking for at all. Brian Vickers is going to win Vegas kind of out of nowhere. Casey Kane 2nd. Kevin Harvick 3rd. Biffle 4th. Labonte does get his top 5. Dale Jarrett gets 7th. Top 10 there for Nemechek. Gordon, top 10. Well needed. Good run there. But, yeah, congratulations, Brian Vickers, on your Race 3 2005 Vegas win. These will be your official results. Casey Kane did run out of gas there at the end. Harvick 3rd. Unbelievable. Vickers did have the speed, was 3rd. Practice 1 didn't go very well. 6th though in happy hour, but race winner, that's all that matters. Top 2 there for Hendrick. We'll take a scroll here. Bill Elliott recovered well after all that. And Robbie Gordon down here. Ryan Newman, Penske, Casey Atwood down here. Yeah, DEI, 22nd for Junior, but 36th and 37th, not what you're looking for. Johnson, yikes. And poor Matt Kenseth, this one's going to hurt. But, yeah, see where your favorite driver finished in this crazy one. I'm assuming these guys, they tried gambling to see if they can spend the least amount of time on pit road for track position for that restart, and didn't get the cars full. But we'll take a look here at the points. We'll be right back with you. Alrighty, we are back. These are the updated points after race 3. Jeff Burton leads, Carl Edwards running 2nd, Brian Vickers 3rd, Dale Jarrett 4th, Bobby Labonte 5th. As you can see, all within 24 points. Nobody's perfect with the top 10 there. Some crazy, just numbers here. You look at the right side there. Michael Waltrip, 34th. I think he's the 3rd lowest driver with all the starts. Sterling Marlin has had incredible speed. just nothing to show for it. Really upsetting. Greg Biffle running 25th, 62 points back. Coy Gibbs, Elliott Sadler, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, all these guys have speed. Just nothing to show for it. Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, same thing. 19th and 20th there on your left side. Mayfield, had a pretty weak showing, finished strong, I think. Lost 12 spots though this race. Three-way tie between Casey Mears and Robbie Gordon there. Billy Elliott actually gained 4 spots. Jimmy Johnson lost 9 spots. Ryan Newman, Casey Kane bumped way up. Brian Vickers, Kevin Harvick bumped way up. But well, that's pretty much that. Next week we're off to Atlanta, I believe. I know the Busch Series is off. I'm not sure if the trucks are off. The trucks might be off. So I think it's just the late models and Cup. And I think the late models are at Ace Motor Speedway, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, well, that's all I got for Vegas. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in Atlanta.